Mom said Santa forgot us again. That's what the little boy whispered to a stranger at a freezing bus stop on Christmas Eve. What happened next changed everything. Christmas Eve, the one night when the world feels like it's wrapped in magic. But for some people, it's just another cold, dark reminder of what they don't have. This is the story of a chance meeting between a forgotten child and a lonely billionaire that proves sometimes the universe puts exactly the right people in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. It was 6:47 p.m. on Christmas Eve when Marcus Chen sat down at a bus stop in downtown Seattle. Now, Marcus wasn't waiting for a bus. The man owned 3 luxury cars and a private driver on speed dial. But that evening, he needed air, space, distance from the empty penthouse that reminded him he had everything except what mattered. Marcus had built his tech empire from nothing. Immigrant parents who worked 3 jobs between them. Scholarship kid who coded in library computers because he couldn't afford his own. By 35, he'd sold his first startup for $42 million. By 40, his net worth had 3 commas, but success came with a price. The 80-hour weeks meant missed birthdays, missed anniversaries, until one day there was nothing left to miss. His wife left. His parents passed. And suddenly all that money couldn't buy back time. So there he sat, in a $2,000 coat at a bus stop, watching normal families rush past with shopping bags and laughter. That's when he heard it, a small voice, shaky and soft. "Excuse me, mister?" Marcus turned. A boy, maybe 7 years old, stood there in a jacket 2 sizes too small. His cheeks were red from the cold. His shoes had duct tape holding the soles together. But his eyes, those eyes were what got Marcus. They weren't sad. They were trying so hard not to be sad. "Yes," Marcus said. "Do you know if the last bus comes soon?" "My mom, she's waiting at home. And I promised I'd be back before it got too dark." Marcus checked his watch. "Should be here in about 20 minutes. You okay waiting?" The boy nodded and sat down on the bench, leaving a respectful distance between them. For a few minutes, neither spoke. Just 2 people existing in their own worlds of quiet pain. Then the boy broke the silence. "Mom said Santa forgot us again this year." Marcus felt something crack in his chest. "What do you mean, forgot you?" The boy shrugged, trying to act casual like kids do when they're protecting themselves from hurt. "I mean, he didn't come last year either. Mom says Santa's really busy and sometimes he runs out of presents before he gets to everyone. She says it's okay because we have each other, and that's the best present anyway." "Your mom sounds like a smart lady." "She is. She works really hard. 2 jobs now since Dad left. She says she's saving up so we can get a bigger place. One where the heater works in every room, not just the kitchen." Marcus didn't know what to say. Here he was, drowning in self-pity in his heated penthouse, while this kid was explaining poverty like it was just a temporary inconvenience. "What's your name?" Marcus asked. "Tommy. What's yours?" "Marcus." "That's a cool name. You look fancy, Marcus. Are you rich?" The directness made Marcus smile. "Kids don't dance around things like adults do." "I guess you could say that." "That's good. Then you probably have a nice Christmas waiting for you. Big tree, lots of presents?" "Actually, Tommy, I don't have any of that." The boy's eyes went wide. "But you're rich. How come you don't have Christmas stuff?" Marcus had spent years perfecting his public image. The successful entrepreneur, the confident CEO, the man who had it all figured out. But something about this kid's honest question made all those walls useless. Because having money doesn't mean you have people, Tommy, and Christmas isn't really Christmas without people. Tommy thought about this for a moment, his young brain processing something most adults spend lifetimes trying to understand. Then he did something that would replay in Marcus's mind for years to come. He reached into his backpack and pulled out a small, crumpled piece of paper. "I made this at school today. It's a Christmas card. I was going to give it to my mom, but I think you need it more." Marcus took the card with shaking hands. On the front, in crayon, was a drawing of 2 stick figures under a star. Inside, in a child's wobbly handwriting, it said, "Merry Christmas. You are not alone." Something broke, or maybe something healed. Marcus couldn't tell which. All he knew was that tears were sliding down his face. And this 7-year-old kid with duct-taped shoes was patting his arm, saying, "It's okay, Marcus. Crying is okay. My mom does it sometimes too. Tommy, where do you and your mom live? The boy rattled off an address in a neighborhood Marcus knew was rough. The kind of place where opportunities went to die and hope was a luxury. And what does your mom do? For work? She cleans offices at night and works at a grocery store during the day. She's really tired all the time, but she still helps me with homework. The bus pulled up. Tommy stood adjusting his small backpack. That's my ride. Thanks for talking to me, Marcus. I hope your Christmas gets better. Wait, Tommy. Marcus pulled out his wallet, but then stopped. Money, that's all he knew how to give. But this kid had just given him something money couldn't buy. A reminder that humanity existed in the smallest gestures. Can I give you my number? I'd like to talk to your mom if that's okay. 20 minutes later, Marcus was standing outside a rundown apartment building. Tommy's mom, Maria, answered the door with confusion and fear in her eyes until Tommy explained. What happened over the next hour was a conversation that changed 3 lives. Marcus didn't swoop in like some savior. He didn't throw money at problems and disappear. Instead, he listened, really listened, to Maria's story of escape from an abusive relationship, to her dreams of getting her nursing degree, to her guilt about not giving Tommy the childhood he deserved. And then Marcus made an offer. Not charity, partnership. His company had been looking to start a program for single parents, providing education, childcare, and career training. Would Maria be interested in being part of the pilot program? In exchange for her insights on what working parents actually needed, she'd get full tuition coverage, housing assistance, and a job with benefits. But here's the thing. That program? Marcus invented it on the spot. Sitting in that tiny apartment, watching Tommy color at a table missing a leg, something clicked. He'd spent years building companies and making money, but he'd never built anything that mattered, like this could matter. 3 years later, the Single Parent Success Initiative has helped over 500 families. Maria graduated with her nursing degree and now works at a children's hospital. Tommy's in a gifted program at a good school. And yes, Santa remembers their address now. And Marcus, he still goes to that bus stop every Christmas Eve, not because he's lonely anymore, but because he's learned something Tommy taught him that night. The best gift you can give isn't something you buy. It's showing up. Being present, seeing people who feel invisible. That Christmas card Tommy gave him, it's framed in Marcus's office. Under it, a plaque reads, "You are not alone. Neither am I."